Welcome back to First Horizons Green Sports Zone, and welcome to the 36th Annual Andrew Johnson Bank Ladies Classic Recap Show. I'm Tyler, joined here with Matthew Palazzo. We'll cover all of the Day 1 action today through the 4 games, preview all the games tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So if you're a part of the Ladies Classic, tune in here. We'll give you all the up-to-date info on what you need to know for today's action and tomorrow's action. Matthew, first day's done with. How'd you like it?
I mean, always best time of the year. Ladies Classic, you see so many talented teams from across the state and across state lines too coming into play, and I thought we were witness to that tonight certainly, and started off with a bang too. Those first 2 games, great games, and then our county teams coming in later in the night, so we got to see some great attendance too in those later 2 games, and I think it set the scene for what should be a great Ladies Classic this season.
4 great teams came away with wins today. Coalfield, Grace Christian Academy, Alcoa, and Cott County, 4 very good teams who are always perennial state tournament teams. They picked up the wins today and advanced to the winners bracket, the 4 losers being North Greene and Chucky Doak from here in Greene County, and then Tennessee High and Cherokee unfortunately go to the losers bracket. So we'll go through all the games with you all. We'll preview tomorrow's games. Jam-packed day tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I don't know how many games in total, but we'll cover them all and we'll tell you who to expect in those games. But let's go over the games today, starting with the first game, Coalfield and Tennessee High. Very good game. I believe Tennessee High trails for most of the way and then goes on a 15-3 run to take the lead in the 4th quarter, and then Coalfield comes back to win it. Spoke with our own Johnny Painter over there. You started to see a 3A team versus a 1A team. It was a battle of attrition coming down to the 4th quarter, and then you just saw who the best player on the court was to end it for Coalfield. So going through the first game, you've got Tennessee High, who was led by Will Hoy. Addie Will Hoy had 19 points. And then when you go over and look at Coalfield, it was sophomore Lily Wright. She led Coalfield with a game-high 21. Also had 6 rebounds and 15 assists on 6 of 15 shooting. You were there. You watched some of it with me. What did you think of the first game we had today?
I think it's like you said. You had 1 player for each team. It was Will Hoyt for Tennessee High, more for Coalfield. But you could see their teams going late in the games, turn into their star players, putting the game in their hands essentially. And Moore, she played fantastic, and down the stretch you could see them just really trust her. And I thought from whistle to whistle for the 1st to the 4th quarter, she was phenomenal. And credit to Will Hoyt too. She made big shots to keep Tennessee High in it down the stretch. But ultimately Coalfield, that experience, that pedigree that they have came away in the end.
And then the second game we have two, Grace Christian Academy and Cherokee. Probably the most excited that I was for a game today, and it lived up to the hype. Grace Christian looks like they're running away with it. They get out to a 42-31 lead at the end of the 3rd quarter, and that's as much as it got to. And then Cherokee slowly started chipping away until it got down to a 2-point margin there at the buzzer. Just ran out of time. Cherokee started making that comeback. Kennedy Deal led the way with 21 points, and at one point she was, I think, held to 5 points at halftime, as we've got the cleanup crew behind us. Luckily we've got these mics on right here, so hopefully that drowns out a lot of it. But Grace Christian running away with the win in that one. What did you think of Cherokee's comeback efforts?
Well, it was good to see. First year seeing Grace Christian in the tournament, but Cherokee, a younger team, and you've kept up with them a lot this early season stretch because they played a couple of Greene County opponents. But it was good to see Grace Christian, just the talent. The talent profile on that team is just unmatched, I think, in this year's tournament. 5 different players with Division I interest or offers, and it really showed out there. I mean, they have so much depth, from 8 to 9 players deep on their bench that they can pull to and they get quality minutes out of. So that proved to be more in the end, but Cherokee being a smaller classification, a smaller school just in general, I mean, just from Rogersville, it was fun to see them fight back and forth and, like you said, deal with a big second half to make things interesting.
I promise they see us. They know we're here. They do not care. They've got a job to do, and so do we. So we'll go ahead and take you into the next 2 games. We had our county team starting off with Chucky Doak. Chucky Doak and Cott County, man, a very talented Cott County team. Chucky Doak down 19-14. Cott County scores 37 straight. Chucky Doak goes 15 minutes without scoring. Wasn't able to get anything going. What did you think of Cott County and Chucky Doak today?
Well, it's a good Cott County team, right? We know Chucky Doak, as much as they lost 6 key pieces from a season ago, it was going to be tough against a team that made it to the state quarterfinals last season. and it was hard today. Carmen Carmichael, fantastic. The Clevenger twins were really good shooting the basketball tonight. I was really shocked that Chuggadook held scoreless for 15 minutes, like you said, but 21 first half turnovers. They couldn't get out of their own way. Hoping that Coach Early's crew can kind of gain their footing later on in the tournament, but it was a great performance today by Cott County. You don't want to take anything away from them.
We'll go somewhere for the second half, that way you can hear us a little bit better. Luckily, we only have one game to cover on the recap portion of this, and to end the first half, let's talk about North Green and Alcoa in the main event. Alcoa runs away at one point early in the first half and was able to keep it at that same margin until the fourth quarter and able to extend it out a little bit. 47 fouls in that game. Didn't seem like a very physical game, but nonetheless, Alcoa moves on to the winner's bracket. North Green goes to the loser's bracket. What did you think of the main event?
It was tough because the pace of play was altered so much because of the fouls, and it was a chippy game, and there was a lot of fouls, and they were correctly called, right? And a lot of the fans were getting into it. Neither side really agreed with the calls, and who can blame them, right? It was one of those games, man. It was weird just because of the pace of play, I'd say that, but Alcoa played great. They came in, they took care of business, but the fight that North Green showed, I think, Traylon Sutherland, 19 points, just really hard-earned points. And come that second quarter, you have Gwen Carroll, who's tasked with guarding Traylon, and that was a switch-up too. But I was really impressed with Alcoa. They had a great performance tonight from Briley Flatt, as well as Maddie Stewart. Those two came to play, and even though Gwen Carroll didn't have her best stuff tonight, I thought as a unit, Alcoa just dominated. 11 different scores in the score column tonight.
Coalfield defeats Tennessee High, Grace Christian Academy defeats Cherokee, Cott County defeats Chucky Doak, and Alcoa defeats North Green. That's your day one action. After a short break, we'll go on to day two. We'll recap all the games like we said at the beginning from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. But first, we need to do two things. We need to get a word in from our sponsors, and we need to go to a much quieter area. So after this break, we promise you'll be able to hear us better right after this break here on First Horizon's Green Sports Zone.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if, instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Family owned, community loved. More than ink and paper, it's precision, performance, and pride in every project. Always on time, expertly equipped, locally owned. And something new is on the way. Ready for your next big project? Artistic Printers, where quality meets creativity.
You get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greenville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at GatewayNissanGreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greenville.
In a world that moves fast, there's a place that slows down for good food and good company, where the folks know your name and the food's made from scratch, just like Grandma used to do it. Steak and gravy every day, Friday night fish fry, and prime rib on Saturdays. Burgers stacked high, and sides you'll talk about till next Thursday. And yes, save room for the scratch-made desserts, especially that Heath Bar Gooey. Gathering Place Cafe, homemade, hometown, Greenville's favorite scratch-made table.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
This holiday season, give the gift of glow with Merle Norman Cosmetics. Discover our new shades of natural lip oil and lip pencil plus, perfect for creating timeless holiday looks. Explore our beautiful new gift sets ready to make everyone on your list feel special. For over 90 years, Merle Norman has been inspiring beauty across generations. Locally and female-owned and operated, you're more than a customer, you're the heart of what we do. Merle Norman Cosmetics, where beauty feels like home. 819 Tusculum Boulevard in Eastgate Shopping Center.
Tommy's Plumbing has been in business for 30 years, and we're still growing because we treat our customers like family. We are proud to do any job from kitchen faucet installation to a complete home repipe. Tommy's Plumbing offers warranties on most products installed by our technicians. When the job is done, our friendly professionals make sure to clean up. We invite you to visit our new showroom in Jonesboro to see our quality products for yourself. Tommy's is the only one to call when you need a fast, reliable, professional plumber in the Tri-Cities.
Welcome back to First Horizons Green Sports Zone, and welcome to the 36th annual Andrew Johnson Bank Ladies Classic recap show. As you can hear, it's much quieter out here. We've moved to the lobby. We can actually do like a ASMR type of show. It's so quiet out here. You can probably still hear the hum of the leaf blower in the background, but we've moved to where it's much quieter now. Let's look at day 2 now, going from 9 a.m. all the way up to 9 p.m. Jam-packed tomorrow. We've got the first game up tomorrow. Looking at this bracket, we've got a lot of games to go through. Looking at the 9 a.m. game, tell me what you expect in that game. I'm having trouble finding it right now as we're looking through, but we've got the losers bracket game starting between Tennessee High and Cherokee, which is potentially a region championship game or a region tournament game down the road. Very excited for that game, and a very good 9 a.m. game to start with. Yeah, very possible that we'll see that championship rematch in the Region 1 title. Two great teams today. Unfortunately, a couple points shy of getting the job done. Grace Christian, great team, and Coalfield, great team. They get the win instead. And I think if you're looking at a losers bracket game, those two teams are probably the best teams that are going to end up on the left side of the bracket. Just so happens that they find themselves playing on the first losers bracket game of the day tomorrow at 9 a.m. And to get the day started, couldn't think of a better way to get it all started. You know, in years past we've had slower starts to those losers bracket games, but that is an absolute heavyweight fight. Tennessee High, Cherokee at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Couldn't be more excited for it. Got some fireworks to open up today. Following that, you've got Grace Christian Academy following the win over Cherokee, playing Spring Valley out of West Virginia. It's always hard to you don't know what to expect out of some of those out-of-state teams. We've seen Grace Christian Academy today, 4 players with D1 offers. I mean, whenever you've got a player coming off of the bench with D1 offers, you know you're a solid basketball team. But we don't know what to expect out of Spring Valley. But going into that game tomorrow, I think we can expect another great game from Nia Burns and that Grace Christian squad. Well, going into last year's tournament, too, I wasn't looking at Spring Valley as a team that could make some waves, but they knock off Bearden in that opening round, and they really turn some heads. And they're led by the guard, Sophie Hutchinson. This is a team, too, Spring Valley, one loss last season, and it came in the Ladies Classic. This is a good team. They won the state championship in Virginia, West Virginia last season. Hutchinson's really good, so it's going to be fun to see her and Nia Burns duke it out of that guard battle. And even we saw Conister today, so it'll be a fun matchup. But key for me, can Spring Valley, with that athleticism, with the depth that Grace Christian provides, can Spring Valley break the press? Can they take care of the basketball and get it in the half-court sets? I think that'll be the key determinant tomorrow. You mentioned Bearden. Let's move into the noon game. Bearden playing the winner of Coalfield and Tennessee High today, which was Coalfield. A very interesting game because you have one of the best 1A teams in the state playing one of the best 4A teams in the state. Seems like a very lopsided game on paper, but from what we've seen out of Coalfield today and what we've seen out of Lily Wright, I wouldn't be surprised if Coalfield made that a competitive game tomorrow. And I wouldn't put Coalfield out of any game that they play in this tournament, but Bearden probably arguably has the best player in the tournament, Natalia Hodge, 4-star Missouri signee, really
cool to see her these past couple years at the Classic. Here she is in her 3rd season of us seeing us here at Hal Henard. So it'll be exciting. 12 noon, and we've already got 3 games full of fireworks, fun storylines just everywhere. And like you said, Coalfield, they're going to put up a battle, but Bearden, we know the powerhouse that they are, state champion a couple years ago, and Natalia Hodge, we know that she always shines the brightest on the biggest stages.
Looking at Bearden's page in here on the program that we have next to it, Greenville Energy Authority. Hey, shout out to Greenville Energy Authority, giving us the opportunity to stream these games to you on the radio. Every game will be broadcasted on the airwaves, so if you can't make it out to the games, we'll have you covered on that. You'll listen to Bobby Rader, Matthew Palazzo here beside me, or Brian Staten on every game. Moving past that noon game and looking at the 1:30 game, you've got Upperman and you've got Gaffney out of South Carolina. Another one where we don't know what to expect out of Gaffney, but we do know what to expect out of Upperman, and that is a very, 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 very well-coached team by Dana McWilliams, a team that knocked Greenville out of the state tournament a couple years ago, and they love traveling down here to Greenville. What do you expect tomorrow whenever Upperman takes the floor against Gaffney?
I think it's going to be a battle. Upperman, a great 3-point shooting team. If you remember a few years ago, Taylor Delente, she returns. They've got a couple other, Gracie Davis, I believe, for Upperman. She's returning as well. Great 3-point shooting team. Gaffney, fast team. They can take you to the goal. So a conflicting style matchup from those two teams. But like you said, Upperman's such a well-coached team with Coach McWilliams and just the entire story of Upperman, too. Her husband coaching the boys team. She's coaching the girls team. They're both playing in classics. So it's just an awesome storyline to follow, and we always enjoy having Upperman here at the Classic.
Yeah, Upperman defeating the Greenville boys today. You can actually read the article about that our very own Mark Brooks wrote. Looking at Gaffney's page in here in the program, adjacent to it, we've got Pizza Inn. And hey, if you've not watched the Pizza Inn Annette Watch show or the Pizza Inn Brad Woolsey show, then you may not know Monday through Friday you can go eat the all-you-can-eat buffet at Pizza Inn for only $8 Monday through Friday. So hey, if you're here at one of these games on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday night, and you finish up and Pizza Inn's still open, you'll get the all-you-can-eat buffet, $8. You can't beat it. Whether you don't like pizza, you've got pasta, you've got breadsticks, and you've got salad. So you can get just about anything you want down there at Pizza Inn in Greenville. Moving on to the 3 o'clock game. Maybe the one that I'm looking forward to the most tomorrow. I've not seen Daniel Boone play this year. Daniel Boone is a very intriguing team this year, bringing in Aaliyah Story and then also having Andrea Flores, the Mississippi State commit, on their team. And they're playing J.L. Mann out of South Carolina, which is another very talented team. So another firework of a game tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Absolutely. Daniel Boone, another team that I'm anxious to see as well. Andrea Flores, one of the nation's top recruits, Mississippi State signee. But like you said, Aaliyah Story comes into the fold this season. You get that new transfer talent. Also, Lainey Britton comes over from Crockett as well. So a new loaded roster for Daniel Boone, who's ranked first in Class 3A. But name to watch, I think, for the entire tournament, Jade Halestock. She came in, she turned some heads last year for J.L. Mann. Named to the all-tournament team. She's an exceptional talent at the guard position. So watch out for that name in that battle with Boone.
Hey, and looking at the program also, look who's adjacent of J.L. Mann, us here at Radio Greenville. Whether you can't watch these games on Green Sports Zone, or if you want to listen to them, you can go to the Big Dog 103.1 FM WIKQ, the Jewel 95.5 WSMG, and your hometown radio 99.5 WGRV that you can also find on your AM dial at 1340. So hey, it's nice to see that we get a little page in this program here. But moving forward tomorrow, after the 3 o'clock game, we move into the 4:30 game, Albertville from Alabama, and then Morristown West. What do you expect at 4:30?
Albertville to roll, honestly. Albertville, #1 ranked team in Alabama. They've got a Smallwood. So the coach, Natasha Smallwood, her younger daughter is playing on the team now, whose older sister is now playing at UAB. But Smallwood, a Mississippi State signee, along with Flores. And it's an Albertville team that has just rolled. They win they go to the state tournament, last year, and they're well on their way to another great year and probably another finish in state. First year we've seen them, so haven't seen a ton of them, but have just heard a lot about them. And so Smallwood, a name to look out for tomorrow with Albertville. I can't say their name, but starting their stay in the Ladies Classic.
7A. Did not even know that you could go above 6 classifications. But 7A state champions last year out of Alabama taking on Morristown West tomorrow at 4:30. Moving on to the 6 o'clock game. By the 6 o'clock game, if you're not tired by then I applaud. But we've got Farmington out of Arkansas, who may be my favorite to win the tournament, playing Alcoa, who's a very sneaky team that could maybe upset Farmington tomorrow. But whenever Alcoa takes on Farmington, what can we expect?
Farmington, great team. They've won 3 straight state championships in Arkansas. And Alcoa's a sneaky game, too, because you play in that play-in game tonight, short turnaround for tomorrow. But Alcoa's a deep team, too, like we saw tonight on the opening day of the tournament. But Farmington is loaded. They've got a ton of size, and I think that's going to be a special point of emphasis throughout the tournament. The size that Farmington has, I'm not sure if we'll see anybody be able to match it until they maybe get in that semifinal round. So Farmington and Easton McCullough, who's one of the top guards in that sophomore class, many D1 offers, playing for her mom, who's the coach as well. So ton of fun storylines. Farmington, excellent team. That's an under-the-radar matchup with Alcoa.
I agree. And then moving on to the 7:30 game, another game to keep your eye on tomorrow. Webb is maybe another favorite to win this tournament, and they're taking on Cott County on short rest. Cott County, a team that has been to the 3A state tournament the last few years, a team that everybody would expect to make it back, but 3A got a lot tougher this year. Like you said, Daniel Boone dropping down to 3A, Alcoa moving up to 3A, and then the resurgence of Cherokee here. So we saw them beat Chucky Doak today. We'll see them face a great team out of Webb tomorrow that will really be a litmus test for that team.
And that was a really good sight to see Cott County like they look tonight. And in years past, they had some youth, but now you've got your senior leaders and the Clevenger sisters. Carmen Carmichael's another year older, another year more experienced. And so I think they'll be up for the challenge tomorrow against Knox Webb, who in my mind would be the favorite in the tournament. Mia Green, the Clemson signee, she returns. Zaniah Rocket, another name that you need to keep an eye out for. Zaniah Rocket,
sophomore.
Tremendous talent. We saw her last year in her coming out party here at the Classic. Just a sophomore, like you said, Tyler, and she's fun to watch. And as well as Kendall Mays. Kendall Mays, the center for Knox Webb. Don't want to miss that game. And then that is the one I'm going to circle as a must-attend game. Cott County and Knox Webb probably going to be the game of the day at that 7:30 slot.
And then after that, hopefully you're still in it with us by then. We've got the main event, the 9 o'clock game. The Greenville Lady Green Devils, the host of this tournament, facing off against North Hardin out of Kentucky. A lot of people would say the Lady Devils got a pretty good draw first round. So do we expect the Lady Devil win tomorrow?
I think some people would say that, probably expecting a Lady Devil win, but North Hardin's a good team now. They've got a deep roster now, 15 players making the trip from North Hardin, Kentucky. Their coach, actually, a North Hardin alum who's in the Hall of Fame at North Hardin High School, and she played college ball as well. But a couple players on that North Hardin team. It should be a really good test for those Greenville guards, too. So it'll be interesting to see how Coach Watts is going to coach up her girls and get them ready for tomorrow night.
And it's always interesting seeing a team play in a tournament that they're hosting, too. So that'll be an interesting one tomorrow. Unfortunately, we can't show you the one that's adjacent of Greenville here in the program we have right now. But looking at the games tomorrow, I mean, we've got an action-packed day full of, I think, 9 games going all the way from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So if you had to pick one game to put your eyes on and to attend, which one would you say it is?
Man, that's tough. One game, I'm still going Cott County Webb School in Knoxville, just because primetime slot, defending state quarterfinalists against a state champion in Webb, and 2 of the best teams in the tournament. I think that entire lower side of the bracket has just heavyweight fight after heavyweight fight. But as of now, I'm going Cott County Webb School. Must attend.
I'll go to the one below that, Daniel Boone and J.L. Mann. I'm not seeing Daniel Boone this year. I'm really interested to see them tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And the cool part is they match up in the bracket to where the winners will play each other on Thursday I lost what day it is, but in the main event the following night on Monday at 9 p.m. the winners of that game will face off. So very intriguing slate tomorrow. If you can't make it out, of course, you can listen to it on all 3 of our airwaves, 95.5 The Jewel, 103.1 FM WIKQ, and 99.5 WGRV. Matthew, which games you got tomorrow?
I've got the 2 before Greenville. So I've got Cott County Webb, and I have the 6 o'clock game in that is Farmington and Alcoa.
Okay, so you got 2 pretty
good ones.
Yeah.
2 good ones.
Are you going to be here all day tomorrow?
Hopefully.
It'll be a long day of basketball tomorrow. If you've got nothing to do on a Saturday, we encourage you to make it out. We'll have this up, of course, beforehand. So intriguing day of basketball tomorrow. And another game. You talked about the game that you're looking forward to the most and the one I'm looking forward to the most, the one that I think everybody will. Hey, we've got our own Greenville Lady Green Devils playing tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. So if you've got the opportunity to come out and support the Lady Devils tomorrow night, and if you didn't make it out to support North Green or Chucky Doak today and you're a fan or supporter of each of those teams, you've got the opportunity to do that at the same time at 9 a.m. on Monday morning at 9 a.m. So, hey, if you don't make it out to that game, they play each other again on Friday too. So there you go. So,
second time this year.
Well, crazy part is they play twice in the same week too, which is almost unheard of. And crazy enough, it's the second time this year that Chucky Doak will play the same team twice within the same week. They played Claiborne twice within the same week before Christmas, and now they're playing North Green twice within the same week.
And North Green too, West Green, about a week and a half apart.
Yeah, 12 days apart. Yeah, so crazy that they're going to get each of those games in. You really don't have to prep much because, I mean, they're pretty fresh on your mind. Yeah. Especially if you play them twice in the same week. You play them on Monday, then turn right around and play them on Friday too. But I believe that's all we got for you this week. Or shoot. See, I'm so robotic that I feel like it's a coach's show. I'm talking about seeing you next week. But hopefully we see you tomorrow. If you see us tomorrow at the Andrew Johnson Bank Ladies Classic, come say hi.
Make the trip out.
Yeah.
Gotta be here. Gotta be here at some point this week. Best time of the year.
Absolutely. But that's all we got. A recap show for the 36th annual Andrew Johnson Bank Ladies Classic. Matthew, look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you all for watching.